Ha 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 ha. Hey, I'm George. Welcome back to the workshop. Today, we're going to be doing a few bits for my hallway. So the first is going to be refinishing a pew that was given to me a few years ago by my mum. The second is going to be a small picture shelf to use for our broadband router. That's in a less than ideal place, so we'll get that moved. And the third project for the hallway is going to be a chalkboard. I've got some of this chalkboard paint that I bought a while ago. Also, as a little side project, we're going to be making an eraser for that chalkboard. I found a really cool Instructables where you use a couple of Altoid tins, so I've got a couple of those in one of my boxes. First up is the pew. It's got this brown stain on it, but it doesn't really fit in with our hallway, so I'm just going to sand it back, put a coat of oil on it. Nothing too crazy. There's all sorts of nooks and crannies to get into, but it shouldn't be too bad a job. So I have spent probably a total of 12 hours sanding this thing. It shouldn't be too bad a job. I'm done with sanding. It's still not 100%, but there are some bits that I just cannot get the old stain out of. But what's kind of going to play in my favour is that this is actually going in the hallway of the house and there's not much light there. So a lot of it probably won't be seen. I think it's a good point to call it. What I am now going to do is put a couple of coats of oil on it, and then that's probably it. So I'm just using Danish oil, and the good thing about that is it doesn't give you that orangey, piney look, but it gives great protection. Will preserve the wood a bit better than just leaving it bare. At least I think that's what oil does. Right, so let's get working on the shelf. I've got some pallet wood on the shelf behind me. I've just got to move some bits. So I'll get that down, we'll mill that up and get that ready for the shelf. We only need 3 different strips, so I should be able to get all of it out of this one piece. These are the buggers that were in the side. They're vicious little things, almost like cable tacks. Cut a nice clean edge on this piece and we'll divvy it up into 3 and that'll give us our shelf. So I've got a little bit of burning on the wood from planing, but I'm hoping that'll sand off. So what I need to do is cut this into 3 strips that I can assemble into a shelf. I need 600 length first, so what I'm going to do, I'll cut the length at 600 and then work out my 3 strips. If you were to look at the shelf from the side, it's like an L shape with a little serif on the end. So that little front bit only needs to be a lip. Just pre-drilled this one, countersunk it on the back. What I'm going to do is join those 2, so then at least it keeps it together while I pre-drill the other holes. fix this like this. What I'm going to do is I'll drill the holes deep enough and we'll come up with a creative way of filling those holes just to make some nice little accents on the front here. I need it on the front purely for the depth of the shelf. I'm happy with that shelf. What I'm going to do with these screw holes at the front, I'm just going to use some sawdust and wood glue to fill those in and then just sand them back flush with the front, and then this will be ready for some finish. So once you've got your paste, get some on your hand, fill in that hole. I'll leave it a little bit proud. Kind of looks like the porridge in Wallace and Gromit. Is it the close shave? Close shave. When they're having the dog fight and shooting porridge. Genius. That's kind of what this looks like. I think it's time to tidy up. All this glue has dried quite nicely now, so I'm just going to use quite a rough grit on my sander just to get rid of all that excess on top. So it's come time to make the frame for the chalkboard. I'm going to use just this plywood. I mean, it's thicker than the stuff that I'm using for the board itself, but it's got this really nice grain on it, so I like it, so I'm going to use it. That's gluing up nicely. I am a bit worried about these staying flat, so I've just cut some blocks and that will just hopefully keep it flat while it glues. I've stapled it on the back. This is probably completely overkill, but this is the best a mitered frame has ever gone for me, so I'm going to do everything I can to save it. It's the next day. So far this is all looking pretty good. Today is probably going to be assembly day. I've got to route out a groove on the inside of this frame so that I can then inset the main part of the blackboard in, and then I've just got to assemble the eraser. A bit of a stupid mistake. This corner, I've sanded away some of that top veneer, so I'm just trying to figure out what to do. While I think about that, what I'm going to do is flip it over and route that groove in the bottom bit here for the main event, which is massive. The rebate bit I'm using has got probably about 5mm between the bearing and the router bit itself. So what I've had to do, because the material is only 10mm thick, is prop it up on something that I can keep an edge right the way along, and hopefully if I can keep enough of a grip on it, that should keep the bearing running smoothly right the way across. I'm going to start with a really shallow pass first. Right, well, as I just went to put the frame down on the ground, I dropped it and it broke. I've got some mitre glue and some activator, so I'm going to put it back together quickly. And then I've got to cut the chalkboard down a bit to fit inside of it. So I've got the blackboard fitting in the frame now. I've got a 1000 grit disc on my orbit sander, and I've just done it on a scrap piece and it really smooths it off, gives it a nice even finish. So I'm going to go over the whole thing now and just get that smoothed out, get it evened off. I'm not sure if it can be seen on camera, but it's a bit splotchy. So I'm hoping that'll even that out nicely. I've got to go and find some chalk and then rub it over the entire surface, erase, and the surface is ready to use. Now that's done, let's get it in the frame. That's all glued up. They suggest running paper around here with some more epoxy. I'm actually going to use a scrap of leather. That way it'll look a bit nicer, but then also it'll be a bit more hard wearing. I'm just going to change something on the eraser. I tried it out and it just doesn't work very well. So I'm going to remove these bits of dowel wrapped in t-shirt, and I'm going to use a bit of foam that I wrap in t-shirt. I've just got to get these out, so I'm going to get the heat gun out. First of all, I want to cut a very thin bit of plywood to fit in this gap. This is what I've come up with. So let's get some foam out, shape that, stick it on and cover it. I mean, the brown leather's a bit of a weird choice, but yeah, it'll do. I've got that foam pad on top, so that'll just erase things a lot better. And then I've put cork in the bottom there just to protect the chalk so it doesn't break up as much, but I'm pretty happy with that.